Today, the rock world is in mourning. Ace Frehley, the legendary guitarist, founding member of Kiss, and the man fans knew as the Spaceman, has passed away at the age of 74. His family confirmed that Ace died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones, after complications from a fall that led to a brain bleed. Tonight, we remember the life, the struggles, and the incredible legacy of one of rock's most influential guitarists. Paul Daniel Ace Frehley was born on April 27, 1951 in the Bronx, New York. Growing up in a working-class family, Ace was drawn to music from an early age. He taught himself guitar, inspired by British invasion bands like the Rolling Stones, The Who, and the Beatles. His raw, street-smart personality gave him an edge, and music quickly became more than a hobby. It became his escape from the chaos of his environment. By his late teens, Ace was already known around local clubs for his flashy playing style and larger-than-life personality. But no one, not even Ace himself, could have predicted that he would go on to change the face of rock and roll. In 1973, Ace auditioned for a new band being formed by Paul Stanley, Simmons, and Peter Criss. Legend has it that he showed up late, wearing mismatched shoes, one red and one orange. But the moment he plugged in his guitar, his audition was unforgettable. His fiery solos and creative energy sealed the deal. The band would soon call themselves Kiss, and together they created something entirely new. A band that was as much about spectacle as it was about sound. Each member adopted a persona. Paul Stanley became the Star Child, Simmons the Demon, Peter Criss the Catman, and Ace Frehley transformed into the Spaceman. With their black and white face paint, leather costumes, pyrotechnics, and larger-than-life shows, Kiss redefined rock performance. Ace's Spaceman character, with silver makeup and futuristic designs, captured imaginations across the globe. Kiss exploded in popularity throughout the 1970s. Their concerts became legendary, fire-breathing, smoke bombs, levitating drum kits, and Ace's signature smoking guitar solos. Frehley wasn't just playing guitar. He was reinventing what a rock guitarist could look and sound like. His solos weren't just notes. They were fireworks, theatrics, and attitude combined. Albums like Kiss Alive, 1975, and Destroyer, 1976, cemented the band's reputation as stadium rock giants. Ace contributed not just as a guitarist, but also as a songwriter. One of his shining moments came in 1978, when each member of Kiss released a solo album. Ace's record was by far the most successful, producing the hit single New York Groove, which became a rock anthem still played today. For millions of fans, Ace wasn't just the guitarist of Kiss, he was Kiss, the Spaceman. Blasting off on stage with electrifying riffs, embodied the wild spirit of rock. By the early 1980s, tensions within Kiss began to grow. Fame, creative disagreements, and the pressures of constant touring took their toll. In 1982, Ace Frehley left the band. He soon launched his own project, Frehley's Comet, releasing albums that kept his guitar voice alive outside of Kiss. His solo career had bright moments, but also struggles. Behind the stage lights, Ace battled with substance abuse and personal demons. His rebellious lifestyle sometimes overshadowed his music, and his career went through ups and downs. Yet through it all, he remained a fan favorite. To his loyal supporters, Ace was authentic, flawed, human, but always true to rock and roll. By the early 1980s, tensions within Kiss began to grow. Fame, creative disagreements, and the pressures of constant touring took their toll. In 1982, Ace Frehley left the band. He soon launched his own project, Frehley's Comet, releasing albums that kept his guitar voice alive outside of Kiss. His solo career had bright moments, but also struggles. Behind the stage lights, Ace battled with substance abuse and personal demons. His rebellious lifestyle sometimes overshadowed his music, and his career went through ups and downs. Yet through it all, he remained a fan favorite. To his loyal supporters, Ace was authentic, flawed, human, but always true to rock and roll. In later years, Ace focused on his solo career, releasing albums like Anomaly and Spaceman. He toured consistently and remained a fan favorite at conventions and rock festivals. But his health began to decline. In September 2025, Ace reportedly suffered a fall in his studio, leading to a brain bleed. His family announced that he was placed on life support, and his remaining tour dates were canceled. On October 16, 2025, the music world received the heartbreaking news. Ace Frehley had died at the age of 74. His family said he passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. As news of his death spread, tributes poured in from fans, musicians, and celebrities. His former Kiss bandmates, Paul Stanley and Simmons, issued a heartfelt statement, calling him an irreplaceable irreplaceable rock soldier. Fellow guitarists credited him as a pioneer, saying his tone, his showmanship, and his riffs shaped their own paths in music. Social media filled with fans sharing concert memories, photos, and stories of how Ace's music inspired them to pick up a guitar or chase their dreams. From small clubs in New York to stadiums around the world, Ace Frehley left his mark on millions of lives. Ace Frehley's impact on rock music is undeniable. As the original lead guitarist of Kiss, he helped create one of the most successful rock acts in history, selling over 100 million records worldwide. Its signature style, bluesy licks mixed with hard rock energy, influenced countless guitarists. Beyond the music, his Spaceman persona shaped the idea that rock stars could be superheroes, larger-than-life characters that fans could believe in. In 2014, Ace, along with the other original members of Kiss, was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was recognition not just of their success, but of the cultural impact they left on generations. His solo hit New York Groove remains an anthem, and his guitar solos from classics like Shock Me are still celebrated as some of the most electrifying in rock history. Even in his struggles, Ace Frehley represented resilience. He showed that despite setbacks, music could always be a path back, and fans always welcomed him with open arms. Ace Frehley has left this world, but his music, his character, and his spirit will live forever. He wasn't just a guitarist, he was a symbol of freedom, rebellion, and imagination. A man who turned rock concerts into cosmic journeys. To fans everywhere, remember the music. Play it loud. Celebrate the Spaceman. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley, a true legend of rock and roll.